Everybody, I'm Kurt. This is my good friend AC. Let's talk youth ministry.
We're back.
What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Good week so far?
It's been a great week.
Highlight of your weekend?
School is out.
School. Oh, you mean seminary.
Seminary.
You're taking online
Yeah.
seminary. This guy, smarty pants over
Seminary is out.
here. Well, but online seminary is never out. You're just done with the class? You finish everything? Or does it run a semester like...
It runs like 3 semesters in one. So it's like quarterly. So I usually, like for the summer,
Yeah.
I'm going to take another one. And then I'll be out until after.
Gotcha.
After like
how
August.
far? How far are you through the whole process? What percentage of the way done?
I'm not that far. I probably have maybe 30%.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then
I'm
we will
ready
call
to
you
get
the
done.
master pastor.
Yes.
Because you'll have your master's degree.
Yes.
The master pastor.
Yes.
Nice. Dude, my highlight. What was my highlight?
Jack Bauer.
Well, that wasn't the weekend, but yes.
Oh yeah.
24 is back strong. Jack is back. You're not watching it,
It's
are you?
still in the back of my mind. Of course I'm
Oh,
watching.
we haven't come over to my house. We have people over my house every Monday night.
Yeah.
Like a house full, dude. Like
I'm a
24
little
people.
like I like to like interact with the TV.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
Yeah.
guys.
Well, we interact during commercial breaks. During commercial breaks, we
Oh.
interact. While the show is on, it's quiet. No commentary,
Oh.
no guessing, no pontificating,
Yeah.
no
So
jokes.
I'm more like every now and then. Chloe! Chloe!
Chloe, look out! Look out, Chloe!
Dude, if you had a Chloe
Oh,
assisting you.
Oh man, life would be awesome if you had a
man.
Chloe. She's now, yeah, never mind.
A friend like Chloe.
A friend like Chloe.
Just have a friend
Just
like
a friend like
Chloe,
Chloe.
dude.
Okay, all right. What are we doing today?
Oh, I think I tweeted something. I said, if Chloe started an assistant training company or
Yeah.
something where she
Yeah.
would train people, she'd make bank.
She make bang. Speaking of tweets, my son started a Twitter account. Cole
Yeah.
17, and he had a pretty funny tweet today. He's not normally a funny tweeter.
I think I saw it. Let
and
me
I'm,
see.
I'm feeling like
Is
he
it
might
the
have
same
stolen
one
it
I
from
saw?
somebody, but it's pretty funny because it's such a scorching hot today.
Yes, that's the one I read.
Yeah,
I had the
my son
favorite.
tweets, "My prayers go out to everybody who touched the metal part
Yeah.
of their seatbelt." Funny. Ouch.
Dude, it was
Funny.
90-something degrees
Ah,
out
that's
today.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Sorry, Midwesterners. Although in the Midwest it's probably 85 and starting
Yeah,
to get
no,
humid.
the
It's
weather
beautiful.
is
This is a
beautiful.
beautiful time of year.
Yeah.
Beautiful time of year. All right. So today
Yes.
we've got some video encouragement from a well-known
Yeah.
youth leader for the Youth Worker Nation.
Yeah.
We've got a couple questions
Yep.
from the viewers' mail.
Yep.
And as always, we are sponsored a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Simply Youth Ministry sponsors every show
Yep.
because it's this video blog gets posted on morethandodgeball.com. So you
Yep.
can go there and check it out. And then from there you can see all the other archive
Yep.
shows.
Subscribe.
Also, subscribe. Thank
Yeah.
you. They need to subscribe. Here's a cool thing about Simply Youth Ministry. Have you seen the $5 store? Have you checked that out?
I did.
Dude,
I haven't been through it yet.
the $5 store. At first, I thought the $5 store was just normal stuff
Yeah.
on the website
Yeah.
that is discounted for a little while.
Oh,
for
okay.
$5,
Yeah, yeah,
Which makes
yeah.
sense, like a $5 sale.
Yeah.
It's not. You need to go to simplyyouthministry.com, click $5 store, and in there they've got currently 100, soon to be hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of resources, downloadable. Everything's $5 or less.
That are ready
There's
to go.
not. They're ready to go. There's
Ready to
not
go.
one thing on there that
Whoa.
costs more than $5.
Oh,
In fact,
wow.
most stuff on there is like $1.99.
Yeah.
Lesson outlines, games,
Oh,
leadership
wow.
stuff, background slides, small group curriculum, and it's like $1.99, $3.99.
Ready to go.
Yeah, it's not.
Already
It's
ready.
not marked down.
Yeah.
It's
It is what
created
it
just
is.
to be $1.99. or
That's
whatever.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool,
Anyway,
dude.
so there you go. If we read your question
Yeah.
on the show, you will get from us some kind of swag. Currently, we've got some morethandodgeball.com t-shirts
Nice.
right there. We've got some Jesus-centered youth ministry books from our good friend
Yes.
Rick Lawrence. We're running out of
Brilliant.
these, so we're going to have
Brilliant.
to get some more or get some more stuff. By the way, if you send us a question, please in the email include your mailing address.
Yes.
That way we
We
can mail you the
Get
goodies.
you your goodies.
All right. Whew.
Cool.
That's a lot of intro.
It is.
What are we doing first? Oh, our
Let's
video.
do the video of encouragement. So Kurt kind of brought it up probably like 2 weeks ago in
Yes.
a video that if you have a encouraging word for the Youth Ministry Nation, send it to us. We'll play it.
You can put your question on video.
You can put your question on
You
video.
can put I'm so stupid I can't believe I did this story on video and send it in.
Yeah.
Or in this case, like our good friend who most of you will recognize right away, a leader.
Yeah.
One of the leading faces, voices, thinkers in youth ministry today has just a little word of encouragement for the youth worker nation. Check it out.
Hello, youth workers. Pass the beard. It's me, Marco! I can just tell you any friend of Kurt's is a friend of Kurt's. And so I bring you greetings from down the road from him, down in San Diego. I hope you are encouraged today. And you know what? I was just, I had to look something up a minute ago on Bible Gateway. And I happened to just notice their verse for the day. And it's one you're super, super familiar with. One you've read many times from the book of Philippians. Don't be anxious about anything. And a bunch of more words. And I know you're familiar with that encouragement, but I just want to remind you as we wrap up the school year and start to move toward the busyness of summer. There's the whirl of youth ministry, the buzz, the movement of how much needs to be done. The never-ending aspect, the needs that are never met, the people that we can't reach because we can't reach them all, it can easily lead to anxiety and a sense of failure or not being enough. And I just want to encourage you today with that idea from our friend Paul. Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. And leave you with that encouragement that Jesus is enough, and that the status of the souls of the teenagers in your community and your church are not ultimately your responsibility. And your responsibility and mine is to be true to our calling, and that's to live our lives authentically in front of and alongside teenagers and bring the love of Jesus and the great message of God's grace to them. Okay, that got really serious for a minute, and I hope you have an awesome day, and that everything is just fantastic in your world. Bless you!
Great, dude.
Boom, just like that. The beard. The beard is so beardy. I mean,
I feel like that's what we had a beard the other time.
Yeah, but the other time with Jeremy, it's a little bit more of a hipster cool beard.
Yeah.
With No Striker, it's just straight up. I don't even know what it is. It's just
there.
Straight up beard fest 2014 going on. It's not because it's cool. It's not because it's trendy. He had that beard before hipster came in, and he'll have a long.
It's got to be like an attachment to it. So you can't. He probably have an attachment.
Like extensions?
No, like a personal attachment.
Oh, thank you.
Extension.
Oh, yeah. He's attached to
you can
it.
get extensions on your beard?
No, I thought that's what you were telling me. I didn't know. I don't know anything about
I thought you were going to go, of course, take yours off.
No, yes, he is very attached to his beard.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
okay, let's jump into the mailbox.
Yeah.
Questions can be sent to Let's Talk Youth Ministry at gmail.com. Let's Talk Youth Ministry at gmail.com.
Yes.
2 questions today. The first question, AC. Mm-hmm.
First question is Josh Wilford.
Josh Wilford.
Josh Wilford, you didn't send us your address or anything. So,
But if you'll send us another follow-up email.
yeah,
then
just
we'll
send us a
out-
follow-up email. We'll send you some goodies.
Okay, let's hear it.
Josh is moving into a new church, new ministry, and just wanted some tips, some advice on how to do that. I actually sent Josh our previous show that we did
For a
new
while
in
ago.
youth ministry. Yeah, we did one. It's called Help, I'm New in Youth Ministry. I sent it to him.
Okay.
He loved it.
Yep.
So if you're new in youth ministry, if you email me, I can email you the link to the video. We dedicated a whole show to it. So you can check that out. But I thought we would at least give him, and Katie Edwards is calling me right now.
Katie Edwards.
Yeah.
Don't answer.
I'm not.
There are cute pictures on there.
Thanks,
Gosh,
dude.
your kids are
My
cute,
kids.
dude.
Dang.
That's
gonna keep going. I don't know how to
hang
do
up
this.
on her. Just hang up on her. Decline. There you go.
So, but I thought we'd just kind of like give him at least
Yeah.
a thought.
Yeah, the problem is though, what we say now might not even jive with what we put
That's
on the
true.
original show.
That's true.
So we're going to contradict ourselves.
That's
That's
true.
okay. Okay, one quick thought. If you're starting off brand new,
Yeah.
not brand new to youth ministry, brand new to a new church, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he's brand new to a church.
Okay. So
and youth ministry.
what's your first tip?
My
Brand
first
new-
tip would be just get to know people. Get to know the pastors, get to know, if there are volunteers there already, spend a lot of time meeting them, hanging with them, getting to know their heart, kind of like, because anytime there's a switch or there's a change or something, new comes about, there's a little bit of buy-in that, comes with that. And so the best way to do that, even for the whole church, like I know they hired you to do something, but there's always that level of, okay, is he right? Is he the right fit? So the best way to do is just make great relationships with the people there, with the pastors, the elders, your volunteers.
Yeah. I would say two things. One, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the gate, your most important thing is to get to know people.
Yeah.
Everybody, parents,
Yeah.
kids, staff, volunteers.
Yeah.
I get to know everybody. Another thing in the get to know vein is, and this is hard, but I would try to get to know the church culture.
Yeah.
Every church has its own unique working culture,
Yeah,
unwritten
totally.
rules,
Mhm.
right? Things that they didn't tell you in the interview that
Yeah.
are super, super important.
Yeah. And they're gonna hold
And
you
they're gonna
like
hold
you don't
to
know that.
and you have no idea.
Yeah.
So I would try to figure out, talk to people, just pay
Yeah.
attention. What's the church culture? In your church culture, can you be late to a meeting without getting in trouble? Or in
Yeah.
your church culture, do meetings start right on time? In your church culture, do you have to be at your office at 8:30 a.m. and be there until 4:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Or does that not matter? And some of that stuff gets talked about in an interview. A lot of it doesn't. So I would just
Totally.
get to know people and get to know the culture.
Yeah.
And then my only other quick thought would be do something.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is don't change anything crazy.
Yeah.
Don't make radical proclamations of
Like
where the
cancel
ministry's
youth
head.
group.
Yeah, don't do anything crazy. But there's been a transition.
Yeah.
And who knows what the reason, you probably know the reason for the transition, or you don't. But they hired you to be the youth pastor, and there is a little sense of anticipation. Like, hey, what's this guy or what's this girl going to do? What's she all
Totally.
about? And so oftentimes people will say, don't do anything new for the first 6 months or
Yeah.
the first year. I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I disagree. I would say don't do anything crazy
Yeah.
for the first 6 months.
No,
but
totally.
but add something new that hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Get rid of something very small. That's dangerous because
Yeah.
even small stuff is somebody's baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I would say
But-
in that, in meeting people and talking to parents, leaders in the church, kind of like figure out what's the state of youth
Yeah.
ministry here.
Yeah.
You may be able to get an easy win when you can align some things that you
Right.
would like to change with
Right.
something that they already are waiting
Right.
for. That could be an easy win
Yep.
for you.
And the longer the previous youth pastor was there,
Yeah.
the healthier the current state of ministry, and the better the circumstances under which that person left,
Yeah.
the safer it is to maintain status quo for a while. Because you've inherited
Yeah.
something awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Everybody. But if that person was just there for a brief time, if they left under weird circumstances, if the youth ministry is unhealthy, you don't want to maintain status quo.
Yeah.
Right? You're
You
the
wanna-
new person. You need
yeah.
to come in and make a few changes and make a few things happen. All right. That's a great.
Cool.
So you can email us.
Yeah.
Let's talk youthministry@gmail.com if you want the link to where we go into more detail. A whole show
Yeah.
dedicated to that.
I'm
Okay.
sure. I'm sure everything lines up. We didn't contradict ourselves.
Sure didn't. All right.
Okay.
What else we
Next
got?
question. This one is a little bit more lengthy from Luke Dowdy.
Okay.
I think
Luke.
that's his name. And we have his address. I
Nice.
think.
We'll be mailing him out some.
Berlin, Pennsylvania. Is
Okay.
that it? I think
Yeah.
so. His question was, they are trying to get parents involved. They've been on this kind of like initiative. He says it's been going great. Oh my.
Sorry, we're just noticing we're about to run out of juice. Is that thing,
I'm
thing
gonna
plugged in?
I'm gonna shoot it to you. Not yet. I'm gonna
Okay.
plug it in, but I'm gonna shoot it to you.
Okay.
He knows that at this time, parents are great. They're serving. Everything is good. His issue is he has some parents that are, either blended families or divorced families.
Yep.
And his question is, how does he kind of manage that when in terms of getting parents involved.
So how do you get the parents involved who aren't the automatically easily
Yeah.
involved? That's a great
That
question.
where the
Great.
families
Yep.
together and stuff.
I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
plug this in.
Yep,
Go.
for sure. The whole conversation, AC, of parents more than ever, I think, is on the rise. It's not going away. We're paying more attention to it. We're more concerned about it. Not only do we want to minister to them, but we want to partner with them. A couple thoughts about that, because all of us, is it Sean? What's our guy's name? Luke. Luke is not alone in this. Every single person watching this show, every single person working in youth ministry probably has every category of parent represented in their ministry.
Yeah.
Christian parents and non-Christian parents, involved and not involved, single family households, and couples that are still together. We all have some degree of all of that. And so what I would say is this, and I'd say this to Luke, I'd say this to everybody, I'd say it to myself, is one would be this, is don't let the fear, because it almost sounds like, as we read his question a little bit deeper earlier, it's almost like he's nervous, like if I do this, I can't do that, and if I do this, I leave out this group of parents because they can't participate. And my first thought is, don't let the fear of not doing something perfectly keep you from doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you got, just jump in, right? I mean, you're not going to get it exactly right every time.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, some parents, it's not going to hit the mark for them.
Yeah.
And sometimes our fear of, well, I'm not going to do this as well as I should, keeps us from doing it at all.
Yeah.
And a little bit in ministry is almost always better than nothing.
Yep.
So I would say that. The other is a principle that I've learned, I think, from Andy Stanley. I've heard Doug Field say it. We've said it a few times here and there, is to always try to do for a few what you wish you could do for everybody.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if you were going to trying to get having room for a few parents to get involved, right?
Yeah.
Well, not everybody can get involved, but you let a few get involved because they can.
Yeah.
Hosting a parent night, knowing not everybody can come, but a few can, so you do it, right? You do for a few what you wish you could do for everybody.
Yeah.
And then my final thought would just be, it's tough with parents because it's like this auxiliary piece of our ministry.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's on our job description. And even when it's on our job description, it's not usually what we get evaluated.
Yeah.
Right? We get evaluated based on our attendance and all that kind of stuff. How many
Totally.
kids went to camp and how many kids got baptized, how many visitors came. Very rarely do our supervisors evaluate us.
Yeah.
Our supervisors, very rarely do they evaluate us on our parent ministry.
Yeah.
So it's auxiliary, so it feels like an extra thing to do.
Yeah.
Having said all that, I would still put lots of hooks in the water.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, do parent emails, parent newsletters, do parent meetings, have father-son pancake breakfast, have mother-daughter bingo night, have father-daughter bingo. I mean, mix it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you do all of that all the time,
Yeah.
but instead of doing the same thing every time, which is one hook, it's one strategy, and when you do the same thing every time, you'll probably get the same people biting on that.
Yeah.
So the next time you do something else, put a different hook in the water. And you might get a different group of parents to say, oh, I can read that newsletter.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the parent meeting.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I can go on a Saturday night to the father-son movie night.
Yeah.
Because I have Saturday nights free, but I couldn't go on Wednesday night.
And they probably have the kid this
right?
weekend.
And I have the kid on that weekend. And so put lots of hooks in the
Yeah.
water. Don't be afraid about getting it partly wrong and not having it perfect.
Yeah.
Do for a few what you wish you could do for everybody.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like every other piece of our ministry, we got to just go, okay, God,
It's you.
it's on you.
Yeah.
I'm just called to be faithful and do the best I can.
No, I love that. I think, you touched on the fear factor, and I think we all go through this because parents, that's a tricky area because it's really more cultural than, hey, let me teach you how to better care for your parents. I mean, for your kids, that's not necessarily parent ministry. So that's always a hard thing. I would say really just bring them in on the conversation. I think a lot of times we think we have to have all the answers. We have to have this whole thing played out so that we can, do great ministry. And I think sometimes great ministry is just partnering with them and saying, hey, this is where we excel.
Yeah.
This is where we kind of struggle. We want to get stronger in this area. Help us.
And as your
what would
ministry,
that look like?
as your ministry grows, it becomes a little bit more systematized.
Mhm.
You know, when your ministry's small, you can call a parent and say, "Hey, how can our ministry serve you?
Yeah.
What if I can only do one thing for you as a dad this year? What would it be?"
Yeah.
And when you've got 15 or 20 parents,
Yeah.
you can have that personal kind of customized partnership with parents.
Yeah.
As it grows, you have to kind of systematize it and things like
Totally.
that. But always being willing to ask good
Yeah.
questions, make yourself available.
I think this is probably the best time to do it, when you're able to create some stuff that'll last. And I think I read a email you sent to a parent that we were kind of like working through, and you had like your first line was, "Thanks for weighing." I mean, it was a tough situation. We were trying to kind of like put the fire out, but your first line was, "Thanks for the input."
Right.
Like, I know this is a tough situation. I know, you know, you hate us right now, but thanks for the input. Like, you don't know how many parents we don't
Right.
get to work in this arena with parents.
Right.
And so thank you for that. And I think that's just a huge thing that youth ministry may be missing, that, you know, it's really, you have to be open to just do
Right.
that, and have
Yeah.
to be kind of like, "Hey, it's okay. We're
Yeah.
not great in this area. Help us. You know,
Right.
you know where we could serve you best.
Right.
You know how the ministry could
Well,
serve your children best."
And it's funny to me how we are so comfortable and so adamant that ministry to students needs to be relational. Relational. Spend time with students. Why aren't we just doing relational parent ministry?
Yeah.
Take a parent out to
Yeah.
Starbucks,
Yeah.
right? Jot a parent a little handwritten birthday note. Just do
Totally.
relational ministry to parents. I know it's a little bit more intimidating.
Yeah.
They're not as responsive, right? They got other stuff. But if we just kind of look for ways to approach parent ministry in a more relational way, put hooks in the water, don't be afraid if you don't get it right.
Yeah.
It's
A lot
all
of,
good.
a lot of times parents are like, "I trust you. You know, you don't have
Yeah,
to
right,
be,
right,
you don't have to
right.
be like that. I trust you. You're okay."
Yeah,
And
that's
you're
true.
I'm just trying to love on
That's
you.
true.
And they're like,
Well, and you give parents what they want.
yeah.
If they don't reciprocate, they don't want it, then you
Yeah.
back off. You take the foot off the gas.
And that's okay.
If they're responsive, you put the foot on the gas, and it's
Yeah.
all good. All right.
Totally.
Hey, email us. Let's talk youthministry@gmail.com. Give us a video question, a video, "I can't believe I did that,"
Yes.
a video encouragement. Give us your address.
We'll send
We'll
you.
talk youth ministry.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Peace out.